Hello. Welcome. That was quicker this time. Oh shoot, I didn't go into the live stream part on YouTube. One moment. I'm definitely not late. I'm not late at all. Not even close. Not even close. We've got 12 votes on the poll and 12 likes. Okay, makes it 13 likes. 14 votes. I'm guessing that's one person that said no. Welcome, Bloink. I'm glad you're on time. Everybody counts for being on time today because I was 17 minutes late. I'm just gonna end the... I'll leave the poll up for a second. How you guys doing? No one's too mad at me after the hot takes video I see. Well, let's flip over to this real quick. And let's show off what we're doing today. We're doing a couple of SPs. Nothing too fancy, but it is the Super Nintendo Special Edition. It's obviously not an original one. And we're going to be doing a green one today. The classic green. Is there tape on the... Yep, there's tape on the screw. Awesome. But I've also got a bunch of buttons here, because I didn't really carry any SP buttons for a long time, and then I just bought some from AliExpress. Why not? So if there's a color, we'll go over it later. Probably once we're like in the middle of the build. But we're gonna choose a color from this bag of buttons and pair it with this shell here. So if you're thinking of a good, or start thinking of a good color for buttons for this one, the screen lens will be black for both of them. Yeah, let's go over what we have in stock. We have still carefully all of these macros. Everybody asking for a macro. Everybody wants a macro, and then I make a bunch of them and no one wants one. Maybe I should try lowering the price. Maybe not though, because I feel like it's fair. Anyways, we got all of these. I'm gonna put these back because you can just go find them on the website. Then we have a pink pocket, a pink color. We've got the Cyndaquil GBC. We've got this one from last stream. Was it last stream? Yeah, the mint green and blue one. I still think it's an awesome color combo. And this one glows in the dark, if you didn't know. I'll show that in a second. Whoa. Almost dropped some. We've also got the Charizard Game Boy Pocket. We've got the clear red and white DMG. We've got the Venusaur and Wood DMGs as well. And we still have this one. I'm really surprised this one hasn't sold yet. Maybe I need to post about it on the interwebs, on the internet somewhere. But yeah, I'm surprised this one hasn't sold, because this one is another one of my more popular ones. But also, it's boxed up. I don't really want to unbox it, but we do have the clear black modded GameCube up for grabs. I did that over the weekend. It was a giant pain in the butt because it was very much a broken GameCube that I spent a long time fixing. A lot of frustration, and then the mod kit wasn't working. Turned out I had some bad wires. I didn't even know that that was really a thing. I don't know if I smushed them too much or what, but I swapped out the wires and now it's fine. But it also had a really bad disk drive. It was the board on the disk drive that wasn't good. So, but it's all fixed now. It's 100% working, even if you remove the mod. I'm pretty happy with that. But if you want any and all of those that I just showed off, you can buy them at the link in the description, retroremastered.com. Somehow my camera is a little off. Doesn't really matter. But we're doing these two today. And somehow I'm out of breath. I do have to lean over quite a bit to grab those. So, anyways, let's end the poll. Just want to make sure everybody was liking the stream. We got 20 people in here, 19 likes. 20. Okay, there we go. We're good now. So, let's say hello to everybody and get started. We've got DC, Bloink, James, Fox, Harry, my mom, Joseph. How you guys doing? Yellow? You want yellow with the green? Not everybody knows this, because even if you know that I'm from Oregon, I'm not a U of O fan. That's like, it's disgusting. It's offensive to my people. Green and yellow, no thank you. And plus, even on top of that, just being a sports fan in general, I don't like the Packers. They're not so bad anymore now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, but still don't like them. But green and yellow is not that bad of a color combo. Anyways, that is really my mom. That is why they have a wrench. That's what that's called. That's why my mom has a wrench next to her name, because she is in fact my mother. It used to say Dennis for the longest time. That's my dad, but Dennis is DJ Ames if he pops up in chat. What one of my favorite GBA RPGs? I'm not an RPG guy. Pokemon. Really, Pokemon is honestly it. I don't know. Turn-based RPGs are pretty boring to me. I genuinely don't know how or why I like Pokemon, because I guess it's just because the cool little dudes. But I don't know. Like, I want to play Final Fantasy VII just because I've heard it's so good. But turn-based RPGs just don't sound that fun other than Pokemon. I don't know. Golden Sun's an RPG. That's how little I know about RPGs. Come on, stupid screw. There we go. Put that over there. Put that over there. What are your some of favorite? What are your some of favorites? What are some of your favorite Game Boy RPGs? Because like when it comes to Game Boy games, mostly playing Pokemon. I like Metroid a lot. Zero Mission and Fusion, that's the other one. I like both of those a lot. Kirby's always fun. Oh. We can swap that out, because I actually got the correct buttons for this. I didn't know that I did it to this one. Okay. Because not everybody's going to want the... I'll go over that in a second. So, what I was starting to say there was... it's pretty rare for... I mean, it's still pretty fairly common, but... there's sometimes the face buttons go bad on these. It used to happen a lot more often to me when I didn't realize that IPA around these buttons is very bad. But since I've learned from my mistakes, it doesn't really happen that often. And I just swapped this out, but I thought I did it to a different board. And I have the right buttons now, so we can actually replace that. It's not going to look the same. They're actually... This is the darker one. I have the gray ones now, but we can do this one. We can swap that out. Well, actually, yeah, we'll swap it out. It doesn't really matter because even these fresh ones are way clickier than these ones. But yeah, it's not going to be as loud as that. Never mind. We'll swap it. But we'll keep going for a minute here. We'll get this fully disassembled and then we'll take care of that. Pokemon, yeah. Pokemon's... I always like saying Pokemon's my favorite JRPG. Because it makes the JRPG fans upset. Which, by definition, it is a Japanese RPG. It's just not... It's not your mom's Persona. These buttons just don't want to come out. Gross. There we go. All right. Almost stabbed myself again. The soldering iron isn't that dangerous in my hands. It's the tweezers. Whenever I lose control of them, they always fly near my skin, and that's the dangerous part. Fire Emblem. Yeah, I don't really have any interest in Fire Emblem. That just doesn't seem that interesting. There we go. And that went flying. Where'd it go? All right, let's do this a second time. Has anybody in here played The Quarry? Because I've been playing that with my friend. I'm not really a horror person, but my best friend likes horror films and stuff, and he's been wanting to play The Quarry ever since it came out, but he never got it. So I bought it for him for his birthday. And so we've been playing it because you can play the story together. If you don't know, it's kind of like Detroit Become Human and stuff. It's like it's a story game. It's a movie where you can choose the endings and stuff. You choose what they do throughout it, which I enjoyed those games. I just enjoyed Detroit Become Human a lot. It was a really good story. But anyways, we've been playing that, and I'm not really a horror person, but I don't know. I do like making fun of things that happen in horror films, because I can never just like believe a lot of things would even happen. My suspension of disbelief. I don't know. It's hard to get me into a horror movie. So I'm just like, that's unrealistic. And then I just make jokes about what's happening, and then it's not scary at all. But my best friend loves them, and it's been kind of fun watching it. I should try Dead by Daylight. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of The Quarry goes. Do I have any plans to do boxy pixel mods? I've done a few. I did the Game Boy Pocket Color for the charity stream in January. And I've done a few of the macro ones, the macro faceplate. But other than that, honestly, it doesn't interest me that much. Whoa, it's auto ISO is going crazy right now. But it doesn't interest me that much. So I don't really plan to do it unless they send stuff out. But they don't really reach out to me. So probably not, to answer your question. I don't plan on it. That's the way to actually answer your question. I just can't talk today. My talking skills are not the best today. I don't really care if I destroy this button, but I don't want to destroy the board that's underneath it. Of course, I had to make this one nice and flat. It's full of glitches and bugs. Oh boy. So more room for me to make fun of it is what you're saying. I'm just trying to get underneath this stupid thing, not take it apart. There we go. Okay. Finally. Okay. clean this up a little bit. Also got new toothbrushes. So, for cleaning around SP buttons, anywhere on the front half, don't spray the board directly with IPA, but spraying the toothbrush and then going over it is going to be a lot nicer. I would still try and avoid going over any of the other buttons directly, but that's a lot better. You can also use a paper towel. Yeah, that's a lot more effective. Got some dirt. Okay. Let's get out of the button. One thing I don't like about these buttons, I mean, I don't really care for working on these buttons in general, but where's the sleeve that I already stolen from? Apparently it's lost in the abyss. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But one thing I dislike about these buttons is it is not easy to solder back down. Because you can't really see the tips where you actually solder. It's very hard to see it. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I probably should have done this before I cleaned it, is I'm going to add some flux to all of these points. All of these points and this one, so we can flatten it out a bit. Because some of these tips are, or some of these blobs of solder are really blobby. So we want to make them as flat as possible. Just like that. Then we'll go back over and clean it real quick, because we don't want a bunch of flux infiltrating our button once we get it cleaned or installed. Now it should be a lot easier to solder this down. Keyword is should. You know what? I think I might do this, see if it makes it easier. It should. Sorry, you're gonna probably not see half of this, but that's actually perfect. Okay. Securing this button down with some Kapton tape, so hopefully it doesn't move while we solder these down. I'm going to come at it from this angle. I'm going to take a drink for good luck. And it didn't seem to move, so. Okay, so it's only secured on this top one here. There we go. Okay. And then for this, I'm actually going to add a little solder. I think we're good there now. Quick little surgery. Yep. That side's good. That side's good. We'll just have to test it when we're done. That took quite a bit of focus. Alright, moving on. I can't hold anything apparently today. I just threw the Kapton tape because I couldn't get a good grip on it. Let's get out the mod kits. Might as well get out the shells too. Okay, I see one wire. I don't see the other wire. There it is. Okay. Place that down. Am I doing a stream on Labor Day? Are we doing a stream on Labor Day? It's really more up to you. Is that next weekend? Or this coming weekend, I should say? Put that over there for now. Erwin! You just missed me swapping out a button. A face button. Okay. Let's put these on here. Okay, so I didn't get the other shell out. Do that in a second. Too far down. It's not super important to have this perfectly lined up. The only thing that I recommend you make sure being lined up is this side and this side. And if you've got those sides, you're probably going to have the rest of it pretty good. But you just want to make sure that this metal on here doesn't touch this metal on here. And you don't want it sticking over any, or else you're going to have problems with fitting it in the shell. And I don't know why I threw that over there. Because I need to just clip this in. The bill of my hat is in the way. I haven't really put my hat backwards in a while. There we go. Make it a little easier for you guys to see. There we go. I need to put the sticky on this. Beautiful. If you didn't know what these little pieces of double-sided tape were for, so we're sticking these down so they don't wiggle around. It's not super necessary, but doesn't hurt. I usually don't do it just because it's kind of annoying to peel the two sides of the double-sided tape. Okay. So now should be able to peel. How do I put it? Peel and stick this down. Make sure I get a decent placement on this foam. I guess I need the loop-de-loop. There we go. That was a really good foam placement. I guess now is probably a good time. If you guys are very adamant about yellow, I guess we can see what it looks like. But give me color ideas for this. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Give me color ideas for buttons to match or to go with this green. There's a little piece of something. There we go. Placement's still pretty good. Green Goblin. Ooh, I like purple. Okay. Now I can dump all of these out. I'm really liking the Super Nintendo, or the Super Famicom one. I've always seen it in pictures and stuff and thought like, it's alright, but this just alone, the top screen really does it for me. I hate that they separate these, especially giving the smaller spot to the thing with more pieces in it. Just drives me crazy. Just do 2 separate bags at that point. Like, I don't like having 14 bags per mod kit. Man, that's just so much. I guess they have to give the bigger spot to this piece. But still, man. There we go. Okay. We're on the Phillips. Need the tri-wing. There's one. Whoa. Chillax. I don't like these tri-wing screws. The aftermarket ones are terrible. Discovered your channel a couple weeks ago. You inspired me to do a GBA IPS. Fantastic. Nice. Thank you very much. I always like hearing that I inspire people. Usually that's not the word that people use, but I'll take it inspiring. Whoa. But I always love hearing that people tried modding for the first time because of me. Some of the best comments I get. Hello, Philip. How you doing, Philly G? I've been watching your videos for a while and finally decided to mod a GBA and a GBC. Looking to order the parts soon. Nice. Again, I like those comments. Jake Simmons, I'm about to pull the trigger on the soldering iron so I can mod my GBA. Is there any value I can get out of my soldering iron afterwards? I'd like to know so I'm not just collecting dust. So it's not just collecting dust. I think it's one of those. I think it's something that is very valuable to have because being able to solder stuff is huge for electronics repairs, and I would think of it as another tool like a drill at your house or something. That's how I think of it. Obviously, for what I do, I use it all the time, but if you don't think you're gonna do much other than just mod a couple Game Boys, I recommend the starter kit that I have linked down below. It's, I want to say it's only $20, but it's been a long time since I've looked at it. But it'll come with like everything you need and more. And it's really cheap considering everything you get. So that way you wouldn't feel bad about spending like $70 on a soldering iron that you're going to use 3 times. It's not like you're going to use it 3 times a month or anything, but I definitely think it's a nice tool to have if you have the ability to use it, which is honestly not that hard. It takes practice to get good at it, but it's just scary to dive into for the first time because it's really warm. It gets a little hot, just a little bit. Okay, we don't want to put those on. We'll put the glow-in-the-dark ones on. Glenna, we are doing some SPs today. Whoa. We're doing some SPs. Doing the classic V2 kit. Oh, which reminds me, we're doing the Super Famicom style one in a classic clear green. But last night I finally did all of the power draw measurements for the SP and found some very interesting results because I'm doing the ultimate comparison video for the SPs too. Don't you worry. But the power draw results were interesting. Not gonna explain it here because that's probably the biggest part of the video, but I cannot get this to stop bouncing. There we go. Look forward to that video in probably a month or 2. Next video will either be me going over the ITA kit or the or reviewing the Powkitty X55. Discovered you like 1 to 2 months ago. I'm waiting on an order from Funny Playing to mod a GBA for a colleague at work. Nice. Purple one's for Joker theme. Okay, we got purple for Joker and purple for I already forgot Goblin, Green Goblin. So I'm liking that. Honestly, the yellows are kind of warming up to me because these aren't yellow, but they're like kind of yellow. They're like a very fairly light yellow. Where are the wires at? Oh, they're there. Okay. Right in front of my eyes. Let's add some solder to these pads. Boom. Guess we can add some solder to the spots we're about to solder to. And we're going to want some flux on that one. Okay. We'll turn that off for now because we can't solder the wire until we've got the rest of it going. But, alright, we'll do a poll. Let me look at the buttons real quick. I don't really have... Is this purple? Looks more like a dark blue to me. And we've got a atomic purple there. Okay. Here are going to be the pull options. Okay? We've got like... This is kind of like a Cheez-It yellow. Put that right there. Then we've got like a clear yellow. Got a clear yellow. Then we've got just a plain opaque green. Then we've got this, which is like honestly more of a blue, but it's got like a slight hue of purple to it. This is opaque. And then we've got the classic atomic purple color. It's kind of hard to see with the shine of the bag, but we're gonna do a pull. So, wrong spot. Let's do start a pull. Clear green shell buttons. Go with Cheez-It yellow. Clear yellow. Man, I wish that this was an easier position to type. Solid green. Dark purple. I like how I'm also like half capitalizing these. Oh. I'm gonna eliminate the dark purple. If you want dark purple, just scream in the comments, because apparently I only get 4 options. I thought I got 5. The dark purple is my least favorite, so. If you want the dark purple, shout it from the rooftops real quick. I'm going to respond to chat and keep progress going. I guess I will leave them up here so you can see, sort of. Probably better to do it up here. There we go. Guess this is a perfect time to do this. Picked up a puke purple. I don't know if you meant to say puke. Whose puke is purple? I picked up a purple color original GBA for my my 19-year-old daughter. Just subscribed to you and trying to piece together what shell and screen combo to choose based on all the GBA videos you posted. I am working on, that's another video I'm working on, is a shell guide. More of just like a modding guide in general, on like a purchasing guide. And that'll be a video I do for like every model, probably in one, unless it's just like a super long video, then I'll split it up by model. But yeah, that is something after doing my what's it called, the IPS comparison video, I was like, yeah, the shells are a lot more confusing now than I ever thought they would be. So I feel like it's worthy of it now. I actually talked about that earlier, Angel. I don't really have a ton of interest in more Boxy Pixel mods, just mainly because of the price. I get like I think it's a fair price. I just not being interested in it makes the price a lot harder to swallow. So if they want me to do videos on their stuff, I will do it. I was interested in the hinged metal SP, but honestly, I didn't get either of the test ones, and I didn't really want to have to pay to be a beta tester either. So I don't know. Again, would happily do a video on it if it was sent my way, but I just don't think I have that much interest in paying for one. Alright, let's put some hinges on. I'm just going to leave that pull up for a little bit longer, because I was going to say for a while, but I'll only leave it up for a little bit longer since we've got 20 people in here and 19 votes. Okay. I have no idea what the poll is at because I'm in the wrong section. Okay. This should be... yeah, okay. On this side... and we can, boom, put that there. There's that. I got the blue micro. Are you able to sign it? Huh? Did you buy something? Did I miss it? That's weird. I didn't get a notification. Yeah, I can sign it. I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, if you want me to sign it, I can sign that. Where would you, I guess, probably want it on the back? Unless you'd like me to sign it somewhere small in the front. We'll talk about that in a second here. Let's take care of this poll first. Alright, last chance to get your answers in on the poll. And, oh, it is Atomic Purple by a landslide. Okay, just gonna end it now. Alright. Would you like it here? Would you like it on ew. Well, that's not good. Just on the inside? Nope. It looks like it's cracked a little bit. I'm guessing it's from the glue. I guess I'll have to email you about this later. Because that has a little tiny crack in it. We'll talk about that later. But, okay. What we should talk about is, do you want me to try if you still want it after the crack? Sorry. Would you want me to sign it here, or would you want me to sign it somewhere on the back? guess that's something you can think about, or just think about if you want it still or not. Because I mean, the crack is not. I don't think it's going to affect anything other than the looks. But that glue from holding the bar in the middle seems to have cracked it once it dried, which is something I've dealt with before, unfortunately. Okay. There's that. And the Team Atomic Purple 1. So, I guess we can just dump all of these out. Okay. Oh, sweet. We get to replace LNR too, my favorite. I'll email you afterwards about the cracking. I just want to focus on finishing this up. Okay. Is that in the right way? Yeah, okay. What kind of flux do you use? I watched your Pico boot tutorial. I'm a noob at soldering. I have it linked in my list of tools, I think, under tools. It's the Chip Quick SMD291NL. I use no clean tack flux. It works very well. But the only thing I don't like is that it's sticky, but I like that it is tacky in a way. Okay. And this piece, you could also stir some waffle mix into Pringles. Excuse me, what? What? Oh, I missed the first comment. What's your favorite way to eat Pringles? I like to pour the sleeve into a blender with water. That sounds disgusting. Soggy chips just sounds very gross. Why wouldn't you just make some mashed potatoes or something, my man? Load it up with salt. My favorite way to eat Pringles is to eat them how they were intended to be eaten. With seasoning, because of the culture, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. that in. There we go. SP hinges are, or hinges, the triggers are so much nicer than the DS Lite ones. So much nicer. Okay. I'm gonna also do those while it's on my mind, because I like to forget these little nuts. Okay. Then finish this last bit of soldering. You're getting hungry because of the Pringles talk. I'm still pretty full from lunch, but I do like me some Pringles. I had some yesterday. I really only like the original Pringles, like just the basic flavor. They should have a good amount of salt to them. For the barbecue ones, I prefer the Lay's stacks. The barbecue ones of those are so good. But if they don't put enough of the barbecue flavor on it, it's not that good. And I don't like their original flavor. But I like regular Lay's. Okay. That's what it looks like. It's very hard to tell when it's blown out, but it's a very light purple. It looks nice. You'll get a better look at it when I list it. I still hate GPAs or SPs. I like GPAs. I hate SPs. I was gonna say I don't hate them as much, but that's a lie. They're just the most annoying all around. Fixing, I don't think they're comfortable. I just don't like them. The only reason I do it is because it makes me money. Dust in those ports. Okay. Now we should be able to put a bunch of tri-wing screws down here. I feel like I've said this before, but pro tip: if you reuse your screws and you organize them, I recommend swapping these two, flipping them, because the ones that have always sat on the edge here get dirty and gross, and the ones that rest in here are always clean because dirt doesn't really get into the battery compartment that easily. So I like to swap them and have the old dingy ones that you can't see with the battery covering it in here, and then the nice fresh ones sticking out so they're nice and shiny and it looks more newer. And yes, more newer. Missed that hole completely. And then I like to put all of the tri-wings in the four corners in at the same time, so I can just speed through all of these instead of putting it on and then putting it in the hole, doing it one at a time. It just, I don't know, it feels a lot faster. It's a lot more fun to just go boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Then there we go. Let's test her out. It's covered in dust. As usual, comes with a little bit of my DNA wiped across the screen. Uh-oh. That didn't, Oh, wait, did I fix it? Was it that simple? Sometimes you gotta press down in the middle on the speaker for it to get like perfectly lined up. But either way, I can tell you that the speaker is an easy fix if it needs to be fixed. But it doesn't. Cool. That one is A-okay. We'll put the stickers on in a second and also list it in a second. Volume's all the way up there. Boom. Brightness adjusts. Yeah. A is going to be a little bit clickier for a while because it's a fresh button. Right and down are a little bit tight, but that is usually due to this being screwed on a little tight. So we just back that up a little bit. Oh yeah, down's still a little bit tight. We'll go in, I'll go in later and loosen up those screws a little bit. But everything works. And I am confident I can fix that, so I'll still list it as per usual. How often do I say that? I feel like I say as per usual a lot. Oh, that's so nice. There's plenty of room for the sticker, even if you're slightly not center. Compared to this, well, I'm way off on that one. That's not fair. Crooked. Third time's a charm, though, right? Nope. It's the fourth time that's the luckiest in reality. There we go. Now we can put the Nintendo stickers on. Boom. Also, if you didn't know, there's a clear protective peel on the Nintendo stickers. I didn't learn that for like a year. Or probably longer than that. I didn't know that until like just a few months ago. And sometimes I still forget to peel it. Hi, Mikey. You should text me right now so I don't forget to text you. I need to ask you something. Okay. Yeah, let's list them. That's all I got. That's all I got. So, Shopify. I don't think I've done a single Super Nintendo SP before, so let's find one similar. The Pikachu one, there we go. Let's duplicate the Pikachu one. Go Super Famicom. Can add one for availability. Let's take a picture of it closed first. I feel like that's the one that people care more about. Oh, I turned the volume down. I was like, maybe the speaker does need to be fixed. No, we're good. Alright. Well, I took 2 pictures of the front. Okay. And if you're wanting the Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom SP, it is now officially listed on the website retroremastered.com. No, not unless you'd like your address for the entire world to see, Mikey. Because the entire world is watching. Okay. Let's see. Clear, green. We'll duplicate that one. Has it really been that long since I've done a clear green SP? Maybe this is just an old listing that I forgot about. Nope. Shopify changed their app and it's driving me crazy a little bit. The purple still isn't very purpley in the picture. But I promise it is. It's exactly like the Game Boy Color Atomic Purple. It's just like a faint clear purple. It is not like in your face purple. Would you be interested in selling copies of your test cartridges? I think it would be cool to own one. It's not mine. I mean, it's got me on it. I paid Natalie the Nerd to make it for me. But I do kind of want to make my own test cartridge to answer your question in a way. But that's a project for another day. I don't think I have the time at the moment to do it because it would take a lot of learning. I don't know how to make games, but there are some things that I would like in a test cartridge that I haven't really seen in a bunch of test cartridges. So I kind of want to make my own. We'll see. Maybe the goal would be to make it by the end of the year, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, if you want either of those, they are now officially on the website, and I will get the signing off camera just because I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to do it on camera, so I don't want to mess it up. There's already a lot of pressure because like putting a permanent signature on a piece of plastic, getting one shot at a signature that I've only done a handful of times. So I will do that off camera, and I need to email you anyways. So I will do that later, and I'm too lazy to get out all the things that we have in stock, so go back to the beginning of the stream or check out the website. Thank you to everybody who came out and stuck around for the past hour and 20 minutes. And yeah, I'm going to go text Mikey now. So I will see you guys on probably not Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to stream Wednesday. I don't know if there'll be a video on Friday because I don't have anything like super planned out, but I'm going to be writing scripts today. So we'll see. And hopefully recording those scripts tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe a video Friday. If not, I will see you guys again on Monday for some other kind of mod. I will see you guys then. Later, guys. That was a bad snap, too. I held my hand up for so long. My arms are getting tired. Oh, my gosh.